Hey there, what's up? It's Johnny here and welcome to another episode of the 3C Show, the show that's full of photography love. And in this episode of the show, I catch up with good friend Brent Mail on the Share, Inspire, Create show, and we talk about the Fujifilm Xpro 2 and how that camera would work for you as a landscape photographer. Enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back to another sick show, and I'm super pumped to be here. And how are you, buddy?
Good, man. That almost sounded like how I intro the show.
You did.
Almost, man. It was like this close. Nah, I'm stoked, man. I'm really happy to be here, and we've got something I'm super excited to talk about. Big, mad love to Fujifilm Australia for lending us two Xpro 2s and a number of lenses, man, on our recent US trip. And here she is, mate, the bad boy. And I'm going to talk to you about how I found this camera shooting landscapes, because that's what I mostly did when I was in the States. That's what I mostly do. That's where I love. And man,
So tell me about how this camera is good for
shooting
landscapes.
First off, man, the lens I probably use like 98.75172% of the time would have been this 10 to 24. So it's quite wide. We are on an APS-C sensor. So 10's equivalent to around 15 mil. So on a full frame sensor. And man, I tell you what, I really enjoyed shooting with this lens. It's a great little lens, man. It actually, which is weird, it has the built-in stabilizer as well. I'm not sure what that's for, because I shot landscapes. Maybe if you shoot low light landscapes, like we did in Antelope Canyon, where I turned it on, it was actually very, very handy. But anyway, so a couple of things I really liked about this camera is that it's just built like a brick, dude. I love it. It was just, you know, when I'm looking for a camera to take out in the wilderness, to take out in nature, I want something that looks like it's going to be able to handle what I put it through. Because, you know, I treat my cameras like a tool, mate. They're not some little thing that I have to dust off and, you know, I'll take them out.
I have seen him throw cameras.
Yeah.
Like a tool.
And actually, you can probably see me throw like filters as well off the edge of Horseshoe Brand, because that's something that actually happened. My brand new Nisi filters fell off the front of this lens. First time I'd use them, put them on, I don't know, I did something wrong, man, slipped off and fell down 1,000 feet down to the bottom of the canyon.
But Fujifilm Australia, you didn't throw this camera.
No, or this camera. So, yeah, so for landscape, there's a couple of little things I would change about this camera, man. One is it needs a flip screen for me. It definitely needs it. I didn't use, this is a hybrid viewfinder. And you probably, if you've seen the other episodes of the Six Show, we've talked about this before. So it's a rangefinder, meaning the viewfinder looks down the side of the lens, but it also has two modes, which is cool. It shoots full EVF, so electronic viewfinder as well, and that's how I shot it. If I wasn't using the back display, I was shooting in full EVF, and I found it more than sufficient for my landscape photography. Now, one thing I also loved about this camera is this little joystick, and man, it's just so good. You can move your single focus point, because I always shoot in single focus, meaning I can move the point around anywhere in the frame I want to focus on for my landscape photography, and I just love that joystick. It was so fast, so clean. It was absolutely magnificent. The other thing I really like about this camera, man, is I don't know what I like about it, bro. What do I like about it?
I think let's talk about the images that come out of it.
Man, yeah, that's the other thing. So that's the other thing, the images. Because I was saying to Brad before, and by the way, I've only had one coffee, that's why I'm a bit slow this morning. So the images off this camera are absolutely amazing. 24 megapixels. The detail is just brilliant. You zoom into those pixels, man. There's just amazing. The dynamic range I got out of this camera too was just awesome, man. I was really, really happy with it for my landscape shots. Like, mate, I've shot a few of the Canon 24 megapixel cameras, and man, this thing just walks all over it with the image detail. I don't know what they're doing, man. It's some sort of magical voodoo, but I tell you what, I am more than happy with the amazing images that come off this for my landscape images, dude. So I might talk about the other lenses I got, because they basically sent me everything I need to have a perfect landscape kit, okay? So that's the wide angle lens. I've also got this 60mm macro, which is equivalent to 90mm on a full frame. And one thing I was warned is that and I've seen before, it's actually quite slow to focus. But that doesn't worry me, because when I'm shooting macro B, I am locked down on a tripod. Yeah. I am using the live view on the back of the screen there, and I'm manually focusing, dude. And what I love is it shows you the focus peaking there. So you've got the red lines that come up on the back of the screen. And I tell you what, I shot some urchins in rock pools with a polarizer on, straight over top with water running in and out. And man, the images I got are just crisp and clear and absolutely perfect. So, you know, if you've heard bad things about this 60mm, oh, man, for shooting macro out in nature, it's just perfect. I loved it. It's compact. Man, it's like a quarter the size than the macro lens I normally shoot with. Yeah. And the image quality is just sharp as hell, man. So
take the lens hood off.
Yeah, you can see. There it is. Yeah. It's tiny, 60 mil. Yeah. Now, if I was going to shoot full frame, yeah, that's tiny, man. It's just awesome. So I was really happy with that lens, man. It did an amazing job with shooting my macros, and I'm more than happy to recommend that lens. That's awesome. And the third lens that I actually got, watch that, Xpro can do, is a 55 to 200. So this is an all-round sort of super zoom, you would say. So it's not the fastest lens. I think it's like a 3.556 or something like that, B. It's a 3.548. So meaning 3.5 aperture when it's fully in and 4.8 when it's fully out. So it's like a multi-zoom. But you know what?
Versatile. It's versatile.
Very versatile. But the thing is, B, it's perfect for picking out details in landscapes. This is exactly what you need, mate. You know, because you're usually shooting, 5.6, f8 sometimes anyway in your landscape, and all you're using this for is picking out the details. And 90% of the time you're locked down on a tripod. Man, I tell you what, this is a perfect lens for that. And that's what I always say, for landscape photography, you don't need the fastest glass, man. You need a macro, you need a good all-round super zoom. You don't need 2.8s, f4s for your longer lens. If you're going to start shooting wildlife, sure, you need a fast lens and you need fast glass and you start paying through the hill. But for picking out details in landscapes, this 55 to 200 was just awesome, man.
Perfect.
Absolutely loved it.
And you need the wide angle.
And of course, you need your wide angle. So, man, all in all, I would say, man, look at some of these images, from Horseshoe Bend and Antelope Canyon and Joshua Tree, and I'll just run through a few of these images now. Mate, I am extremely happy with the images that come off this camera.
You should talk about bracketing too.
Yeah, so we were in Antelope Canyon, and I used I was bracketing with this camera. And like I said, I was shooting wide too, on the wide angle and open, usually at 10 mil as well. But it does have image stabilizer on the lens, which is really nice. And I apologize, it's called OIS. I don't know exactly what that stands for in Fuji terms.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Image stabilizer.
Oh my God, it's image stabilized. Something like that. But anyway, it worked a treat, mate. I'm handheld and one of the most extreme dynamic range conditions a camera you can possibly put in a camera. Like, I'm talking dark and really bright light at the top. It's just like the most extreme condition you can shoot a camera in.
And that's because we weren't allowed to take tripods into Antelope Canyon. You're not allowed to.
No, you're not, because there's too many people. Yeah, and there's too many people. You couldn't anyway, man. And it was moving too fast, and there was too many people, and there's no way you could get a set of sticks down anyway. But man, I'll tell you what, it performed like a treat, dude. I was really, really, really extremely impressed and happy with the images I got off this. So, man, I shot my whole US trip on this camera. Yep. Every image I took was taken on this camera, so I had plenty of time with it in landscape and nature. Now, would I buy this if all I shot was landscape photography? And unfortunately, I'm going to say no. There's a couple of things here that I need, and one is that flip-out screen. And I'm not a huge fan of the hybrid viewfinder. For me, that's just being wasted. Like, I don't need that. If I shot street, if I shot any sort of weddings and portraits and shot the occasional landscape, would I buy this camera? Yes. Yes, definitely. I would recommend it. If you're a photographer that shoots a multitude of different genres of photography and you want something that can do all round, this is a great camera. If I purely shot landscapes, this isn't the camera for me. I wouldn't have brought this one.
It's more the XT2?
Yeah, so the XT2, yeah. It's got the flip out screen. It's got, the full EVF. It's the same sensor as this. That's probably the camera I would definitely, and I know we tried the XT1 and it was great for landscapes, man. And I know with the bump to this sensor, the XT2 would be absolutely amazing, man. And dude, I am more than happy to recommend any Fujifilm glass. The glass has been just beautiful.
No, I love it. I love the lenses.
The lenses are they're just made strong. And that's one thing, the build quality of these cameras is just incredible, man. Like, I would take this thing out in the pouring rain and I would have no trouble because it just feels strong, man. Yeah. It's weather resistant.
And actually,
it's just great.
Fujifilm Australia rep told us that we could actually
put it underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, though.
But it's good to know, have you guys ever been, like, when you go to the bathroom and you lean over, have you ever done that, man? You've dropped your phone in the toilet or something? I've done that. So it's great. If your camera ever falls out of your hand into the toilet, at least you'll know that it's going to be fine. Anyway.
And while we're talking about it, Fujifilm, send us the medium format, please. Medium format camera and lenses. I want to test that.
Actually, we only need one because we'll share it. We don't,
Yeah, we just need one.
just need one.
Yeah.
I'll shoot some landscapes on it. But no, I've got to say, man, Fujifilm, it's one of those things. Yes, they lent us the camera. Are we being paid by them? No, we're not. But I tell you what, man, I am more than happy with these cameras, and I would shoot, Fujifilm full time as my camera if I could afford
And
to
quite
switch.
a few people
Do.
like famous photographers.
Do. Yeah.
using them.
So they're beautiful cameras, and their build quality is just amazing.
they're
you know.
great.
So thank you so much, Fujifilm Australia. You guys have been awesome, and we hope you've enjoyed my take on the Fujifilm Xpro 2 from a landscape photographer's point of view. So
I have
that's
enjoyed
man.
it. Thank
Have
you.
Good. I need another coffee, bro.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, we'll catch you later. Peace.